First of all, I would like to wish a grand success of this start of Mahakumbh 2025 and congratulate Embassy of India to Nepal for organizing such a wonderful event in Kathmandu. It is my great honor to address this valuable gathering where the entrepreneurial spirit of Nepal and India converges to foster innovation, collaboration, and growth. In today's digital age, IT startups play vital roles in shaping the nation's economic growth, catalyze innovation, job creation, and digital transformation, making economic more competitive and resilient. As we know, startups are the engines of economic transformation. They create jobs, drive technological advancement, and redefine industries. Platforms like Startup Mahakumbh 2025 provides great opportunity to strengthen cross-border innovation and build a thriving startup ecosystem that can benefit our both nations. It will unite entrepreneurs, policymakers, investors, and other stakeholders to drive innovation and collaboration within the startup ecosystem. Ladies and gentlemen, the government of Nepal has completed the initial 5 years of DNF 1.0 with partial completion of the set target and DNF 2.0 is now on review process. We have initiated IT decade and establishing IT as an industry with the target of millions of employment and billions of revenue for the transformation of the socio-economic landscape of the nation by exporting ICT goods and services. Government in Nepal has started to provide startup grant to startups. Government of Nepal has implemented policies to support and regulate IT sector. The major challenges faced by IT startups in Nepal are skill gap, infrastructure, investment, policy, regulatory mechanism, and market size. To address these issues of IT industries, Government of Nepal is focused on robust digital public infrastructure and capacity building to equip our youth with future-ready skills. We are working proactively in promoting a conducive environment for IT sector development, nurturing startups and innovations. Tracking of AI and other policies, revision of all existing policies, working on establishing IT as an industry. Nepal's own satellite and so on other initiative reflects the government's commitment to leveraging technology to enhance public service delivery and promote digital literacy. We have launched the Nagrik app, a mobile application designed to provide various government services through a single digital platform. The policy emphasizes the development of legal, institutional, and infrastructural frameworks to support startups and foster innovation in Nepal. These efforts are part of a broader strategy outlined in Nepal's Startup Policy 2080. IT sector is moving ahead with sustainable growth and ensuring long-term success of startup in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, finally, the summit will support in GDP contribution, employment generation, innovation and technological advancement with R&D in AI, blockchain, cloud computing, fintech, and so on others. The expert opportunity in new technology creates multiplied impacts for inclusive development in multi-sectors. I hope the startup of Mahakumbh will ignite to a new era of global innovation and entrepreneurship and solidify its position as a grand startup event. It will help to make Nepal and India a global hub of innovation and collaboration, redefining the future of the startup ecosystem. This initiative was a milestone in expanding Nepal-India startup cooperation. Let us work together to create conducive environment for IT that enable IT ecosystem to foster innovation, entrepreneurship, and shared prosperity with dedicated policies, incentives, and infrastructures. I would like to call for the action. Let's join our hands together to make both Nepal and India prosperous and emerging IT hub, AI hub in Southeast Asia. मैले यो आफ्नो भनाइमा सुक्रियो भन्दा अगाडि एउटा कुरा म सम्झाउन चाहन्छु। अहिले यहाँ बस्दा त मलाई कुरा सम्झना आयो। हामी धेरै अहिलेको चाहिँ युग चाहिँ सूचना प्रविधि युग भन्छौँ, अहिलेको युग चाहिँ इनोभेसनको युग भन्छौँ हामी, अहिलेको युग स्टार्टअपको युग भन्छौँ हामी। तर त्यसको परिस्थितिमा चाहिँ हामीले नेपाल र इन्डियाको बिचको चाहिँ सम्बन्ध त्यसबाट फाइदा लिन सकेनौँ। इन्डियाले पनि सकेन, मान्छेले नेपालले पनि झन् सक्दै सकेन। हामीहरूसँग हाम्रो चाहिँ दुई देश बिचको सम्बन्ध स्पेसल सम्बन्ध हो। जब चाहिँ when a citizen of Nepal goes to India for any purpose, he or she doesn't need visa. He or she should not carry passport. When a citizen of India comes to Nepal for any purpose, he or she doesn't need any visa. This is special relationship between India and Nepal. तर हामीले यो चाहिँ सुविधा चाहिँ हामीले फाइदा लिन सकेनौँ नि त। So many Nepalese are working in India as government employee, in Indian Army, Indian Navy, and many intellectuals are working in Nepal also in university schools as a government employee, as a teacher. यो हाम्रो सम्बन्धको कारणले हो। तपाईँ चाइनामा या तपाईँ युरोपमा या कुनै कुनै देशमा गएर त्यहाँ जागिर खानु पर्यो भने तपाईँ त्यहाँको नागरिक बन्नुपर्छ। त्यहाँ चाहिँ पर्मानेन्ट भिसा लिनुपर्ने होला या रेसिडेन्ट भिसा पाउनुपर्ने होला। हाम्रो छिमेकीमा संसारको सबभन्दा लार्जेस्ट कन्ट्री इन पपुलेसन 150 करोड जनसङ्ख्या जान्छ, जोसँग हामी बोल्न नजिक छौँ, संस्कृतिमा हाम्रो साम्यता छ, धर्ममा साम्यता छ, इतिहासदेखि हाम्रो सम्बन्ध भन्छौँ हामी, तर हामी त्यसबाट फाइदा लिन सकेनौँ। यस्तो कार्यक्रमहरू इन्डिया र दिल्लीमा, काठमाडौँ र दिल्लीमा धेरै हुनुपर्छ। पोखरा र चाहिँ तपाईँको मद्रास र चेन्नाईमा हुनुपर्छ, धेरै चाहिँ भइरहनुपर्छ। र नेपालको चाहिँ आइटी कम्पनीहरूले इन्डियामा चाहिँ मजाले काम गरौँ, स्टार्टअप काम सुरु गरौँ। पहिलो हाम्रो कानुनै बाधा थियो होइन, तर हामीले अध्यादेशबाट कमसेकम एउटा कामको व्यवस्था गर्छौँ। नेपालको आइटी कम्पनीहरू, नेपालको एन्टरप्रेनरहरू कुनै पनि देशमा गएर काम गर्न सक्छ, उसले यहाँको चाहिँ अब शाखा तयार गर्न सक्छ। कानुनको त्यो बाधालाई हामीले हटाएका छौँ र एक खालको चाहिँ उज्यालो ढोको चाहिँ हामी थोरै उज्यालो ढोको पनि गर्छौँ हामीले। यो दुई चिज चाहिँ हामीले सदुपयोग गर्नुपर्यो भनेर मैले थुप्रै नेपाली नागरिकहरू पनि यहाँ भएको हुनाले यो कुरो भनेको कि हामीले चाहिँ दिनमा राख्नुपर्ने हो। त्यसमा चाहिँ हामी कसैको ध्यान जाँदैन। यो चाहिँ जुन चाहिँ सिचुएसन हो, यो सिचुएसनको पोलिटिकली हामीले क्यापिटलाइज गर्न सकेनौँ, सुधार गरौँ न। अहिले इन्डिया पनि यो चाहिँ तपाईँको अब सायद एसिया मात्रै किन संसारमै एउटा चाहिँ तपाईँको इमर्जेन्सी कन्ट्री हो आइटी सेक्टरमा होइन, इकोनोमी एउटा इमर्जेन्सी कन्ट्री हो। त्यसबाट हामीले धेरै फाइदा लिनुपर्ने हो। कमसेकम संसारको 3 अरब मान्छे त त्यसको बिचमा चाहिँ हामी हिजो पृथ्वीनारायण शाहले भन्थ्यो 2 ढङ्गको बिचको तरुण, अहिले होइन, सम्भावना बोकेको एउटा चाहिँ कन्ट्रीको नेपाल छ। अहिले हाम्रो बाधाहरू हटाउन सक्छौँ भने 3 अरब जनसङ्ख्याको बिचमा बसेको चाहिँ हामीले चाहिँ कति धेरै फाइदा लिनुपर्ने, तर त्यो हामीले सकेका थियौँ। अब चाहिँ लिने अब प्रयत्न गर्छौँ। अब चाहिँ युग सुरु भयो, कोलाबोरेसन युग सुरु भयो, कोअर्डिनेसन युग सुरु भयो। लेट्स वर्क टुगेदर, लेट्स थिंक टुगेदर, लेट्स वर्क टुगेदर so that we can make our country prosperous. त्यही होइन त, त्यति जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई। त्यसो गरेर चाहिँ सबै हामी यसरी लागु होइन। र नेपालको चाहिँ यो आइटी सेक्टरमा काम गरिरहेको सबै साथीहरूले अब यो महाकुम्भ जहाँ चाहिँ ठुलो चाहिँ महाकुम्भ भनेको ठुलो मेला भन्ने होला नि त, मेगा फेस्टिभल भन्ने या चाहिँ के भन्नुहुन्छ त्यति त्यस्तै कुरा होला। त्यो अथाह सागरमा हामी जाँदैछौँ एउटा सानो लोटाभरि पानी लिएर, तर त्यसबाट हामीले धेरै फाइदा लिन सक्नुपर्छ। यो काममा चाहिँ यो भारतका राजदूतावास इन्भेस्टर इन्डिया काठमाडौँ जुन यो प्रोग्रामको आयोजना गर्यो, I would like to thank His Excellency Navi Srivastava for this management and all Indian investors, सबै सिङ्गो इन्डियन इन्भेस्टलाई म धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु। इन्डियाबाट थुप्रै साथीहरू आउनु भएको छ। म एकपल्ट चाहिँ प्रचण्डजी प्रधानमन्त्री हुँदाखेरि पहिलोचोटि प्रधानमन्त्री हुँदै इन्डियामा गएको थिएँ। एज अ कोअर्डिनेसन पार्टनरको एमपीको हिसाबले युएनबाट म गएको। म त्यतिखेर चाहिँ बेङ्गलोरको चाहिँ इन्फोसिसमा चाहिँ गएको हामीहरू। त्यतिखेर त्यो इन्फोसिसको साथमा मैले चाहिँ कति हजारले काम गर्छ, 97,000ले काम गर्छ भन्ने म छक्क परेको थिएँ। एउटै घरमा पनि 57,000ले चाहिँ 97,000ले काम गर्छ, तर त्यो सम्भव थियो। आज त्यहाँ त्यसको डबल भइसक्यो होला। यस्ता चिजबाट हामीले प्रेरणा लिनुपर्छ। अघि चाहिँ देखाउनु भयो आइआइटिएम होइन, रिसर्च पार्क कति धेरै काम गरिरहेको छ। त्यस कारणले मैले फेरि भन्छु, त्यस कारण म यो चाहिँ आइटी मिनिस्टर भएको हिसाबले यो वर्ष चाहिँ नेपाल सरकारको तर्फबाट हामी पनि केही सानो सानो होला आफूले हामी आइटी पार्कहरू बनाउने हो, नलेज पार्कहरू। यहाँ चाहिँ एआई चाहिँ रिसर्च सेन्टर बनाउनुपर्छ हामीले पनि। इन्डियाबाट सिक्नुपर्ने हामीले, चाइनाबाट सिक्नुपर्ने होला, अमेरिका युरोपबाट सिक्नुपर्ने होला, जापानबाट कोरियाबाट सिक्नुपर्ने होला। तर यति कुरा राखेँ। थ्याङ्क यू सो मच।
As my colleague at the embassy, Suman, said in the beginning, this is the second such event that we are organizing with the collaboration of local government departments, startups, as also with Indian counterparts. It is part of our efforts to create connections between the youth of our two countries. As you know, both India and Nepal, in both our countries, India and Nepal, a large part of our population is comprised of youth. In India, it's close to 50%, and in Nepal too, I think the figures are somewhere around the same. As was mentioned by an earlier speaker, India and Nepal, when you talk about India-Nepal relationship, people-to-people relationship is always highlighted as the main foundation on which the rest of the relationship stands. And if we are to strengthen people-to-people relationship, we have to look at the future, and the future would belong to youth. Therefore, this effort by our embassy in collaboration with our stakeholders in Nepal to create new avenues of collaboration between the youth of our two countries, India and Nepal. As Sanjeev mentioned earlier, India has emerged as a vibrant hub for startups. We have more than 100 unicorns spanning various sectors: fintech, healthcare, e-commerce, logistics. Young Indian entrepreneurs are working in areas such as AI, promoting better rural and urban development, leveraging cutting-edge technology to drive innovation. The Government of India has also taken many initiatives and many policies to enable these young entrepreneurs to realize their dreams and develop their ideas into successful businesses. These policies and schemes, such as Startup India, provide a platform to these young entrepreneurs. As a result of these policy initiatives, India has also made a remarkable progress in the World Intellectual Property Organization's Global Innovation Index. And today, India is 39th position in that index, where it was above 80 a few years back. Similarly, in Nepal, there is a youthful demographic. The median age here is 25 years. And as you might see every day, and I certainly see every day, creating employment opportunities is one of the main preoccupations of the government of Nepal, such as it is in India too. And in that context, as Sanjeev said and our Prime Minister had said, we should not just be looking at employment in terms of a job, but we should also be creating an environment where people themselves create employment opportunities for others. And that's where the startup revolution in India started. Even in Nepal, I see encouraging stories of innovation of startups, whether it is fintech or e-commerce or transportation or education. In many ways, I would say Kathmandu could be well positioned to be a fintech capital in Himalayas, joining hands with with startup in India. The growing public discourse in Nepal on startups, entrepreneurs, etc., is also encouraging. Just today, I was reading a report about Nepalese companies working in the area of virtual reality, creating software for US companies such as Disney. There have been stories in the recent months about Nepalese startups going for initial public offering in the US market, working in the areas of AI and machine learning for training their models. All this provides a useful and fertile ground for India and Nepal young entrepreneurs and startups to join hands. Some of these examples are working together, are already in action. Sanjeev mentioned about the UPI. We started UPI interoperability with PhonePe, eSeva's PhonePe in March last year, and today UPI transactions, if you look at international markets of the UPI, which includes Dubai, Singapore, Sri Lanka and Bhutan, Nepal is the highest such market where transactions take place. Close to 4 lakh transactions happen. And this has benefited. This has benefited in ways other than just having a payment system. It has led to an increase of Indian tourists traveling to Nepal, and therefore has also, as a consequence, helped Nepalese tourism industry. If I'm not sure how many of you come from Lumbini province or provinces or districts adjoining Nepal, if you go there, you will see a large number of resorts now. And these resorts are catering to Indian tourists who come for a few weekends to spend time in Nepal, because an Indian tourist coming to Nepal, they see mountains in a matter of few hours, and that is a good experience. And since there is now an inconvenience of being allowed UPI, he doesn't need to bother about 25,000 rupees cash limit, which used to be there, which is still there, but used to be a hindrance, I would say, 2 years back. In India, another thing which has happened is DPI architecture, DPI revolution, digital public infrastructure. It started by JAM Trinity, Jan Aadhaar and Mobility. But today it has expanded in areas much beyond that, building on that foundation. Today, whether you want to secure your documents, whether it is education documents or documents related to your property, etc., there are DigiLocker services which are being increasingly used by service providers to authenticate the veracity of documents. Similarly, we are also now working on central bank digital currency. DPI has been acknowledged by G20 in 2023 as a framework, and that is again very encouraging, because we would want to work with Nepal on seeing how DPI or DPI kind of products could be developed here together for benefit of both. And one idea, which is probably, I guess, at this point, not very mature, but this is an idea, and that I had mentioned earlier also. Nepal and India have a unique relationship. You do not need any visa to travel to either countries. All you need is a passport or an identity card, such as citizenship card in case of Nepalese citizens visiting India, and in case of Indians, it is passport or voter ID. Now, at the airports, I'm sure you would have faced, immigration official looks at these and then allows you in to India, or the same thing happens in Kathmandu. You have an Nagrik app, and I saw reports recently that this will have data related to driver's license, perhaps passport applications. We have Aadhaar, and we'll also have to take steps in India too. But if we can bring this data interoperable in some manner through an app, where an immigration officer just sees your citizenship ID and is able to digitally verify that you are who you are and that this is not a fake ID. The traveling between our two countries will become much more easier than what it is. It is quite convenient right now, but it will become much more easier. it will have much more downstream positive effects in terms of apps that could be built. Some private sector or some young entrepreneur can build apps building on these two availability to create some other kind of services which we do not think of right now. So there is a fertile ground, I would say, for collaboration between Nepalese startups and Indian startups. We were fortunate enough that IT Madras, Mr. Butha has come today to talk about IT Madras Pravartak and Research Park. We have, in the last 1.5 years, been able to establish at least MOUs between Tribhuvan University and Kathmandu University and IT Madras Pravartak incubation centers. One of the learnings that we did get from the previous event was Nepalese startups are very good, very encouraging, innovative. What they probably need or lack is connections with similar startups in India, access to capital and connections. And that's where I think I come to the point of Startup Mahakumbh, which will be happening in India in April this year. Sanjeev has already provided you an overview of what this event would be and how many participants would be there. Apart from just startups, VC, funders, investors would also be there. And this, I think, would be a very, very useful opportunity for our Nepalese friends to participate in. And I was just asking Mr. Sanjeev whether they would be inviting ministers from other countries. And should that be the case, I would certainly hope Mr. Honorable Minister, Mr. Guru, would be able to take a delegation. But whether that happens or not, I would certainly hope a large number of you who are here in hall or your friends should visit and should participate in Mahakumbh in April. And we at the Embassy of India and the Government of India in by large would provide every facilitation for you for making your participation in this Mahakumbh much easier and smoother. I certainly hope today's discussion would generate much more ideas for how both Indian and Nepalese startups can collaborate and would provide us food for thought as to what we should be doing next as governments to enable collaborators to come.